I need to raise. Need to get that bad boy to 20. Just behind my head there, so that I'm allowed to purchase the training from Sven. So there's that old chestnut. So we'll make our way and see how we go. I know it's a different day for streaming, but I didn't get a chance to do my Wednesday stream with all the things that were going on. All the things. Clearing out the stream room, which I haven't moved anything around, but it's emptier now. I've got my L-shaped desk that I used to stream on before I got the standing desk. So, deciding what to do. I'm probably gonna... There's bookcases, if you remember, behind the screens there. I'm thinking about moving that and then putting the table there and making it kind of like a streaming corner, but I don't know yet. I'm unsure if that's what I want to do. But we'll see. These guys have set their town up. I think they've actually elevated it. And they've used the dig site to raise that up because that is heckin' cool. And they got all these, I'm assuming, tier 4 and 5 trees. So, very, very cool. These guys have got their... Like, the location that I set up my settlement, in hindsight now, I see that it's not the best location because it's kind of in the river. So, and it's not even like a main river where you would pass it a lot. So I'm thinking if I can get to the next tier of boat, I might begin the process of abandoning that location. And either getting everything back to Waldcross or just kind of letting it crumble, I guess. Because the things that I want to do in terms of settlements would require a lot more time than I think I'm willing to give at this point. So that's kind of where we're at. That's kind of where we're at. Also, on a complete tangent, very frustrating that the inventory of like the deployables doesn't always pop up. Hopefully that's something that the devs are aware of and are addressing. I tried to submit a report through the main menu, but it took me to the web page and I had to sign in and I couldn't see like a direct button. So like most people, I kind of just went, that's too much work and gave up on it. So I won't be doing that. I also saw in some of the patch notes somewhere, they're working on putting the WASD keys as a directional movement, which would be heckin' awesome. Also just a traverse forward key, especially for sailing, would be nice. I don't know if that's in the works. But anyway, so that brings me back to my original point of I think I'm just going to go fishing and sailing. Because I feel like this game is going to be, funnily enough, Shelley will love this, this is going to be my ocean game. We had Dune, I got the desert out of my system, because I love deserts and oceans. And I very much got the desert out of my system for a good long time. So now I'm going to start working on the ocean side of things. And Sea of Thieves doesn't really do it for me. I don't really want PvP for that. Going to be giving... So I've got Crosswind. Going to be giving that a crack. I've played a little bit of it in the early stages on land. Hasn't grabbed me yet, but I feel like that's because the crafting system they've got set up and the kind of settlement system feels very... It's got a lot of friction, if that makes sense, whereas this didn't. I don't know if it's just I'm so used to this that isn't doing it for me, but either way, so far it hasn't grabbed me, so I just got to grind through that till I get to the point where I can make my own sailing vessel, and then I'm sure it'll open up for me. But now that I'm doing this, see, we're still ages away from level 18, and I've just handed in like the 3 tasks to swim, so 2 hours, like we've got ages, and it only gives you like 1,000 points, and I need a lot. I think we're up to maybe 5,000 to 6,000 points per level, so it's going to be a little bit before I hit 20, but once I do, I'll get the skiff, which is boaty enough, I suppose, to kind of keep me satisfied for a while, and then essentially I will start going from settlement to settlement and just trying to save money and find someone who is selling fishing gear, I guess, and armor. I'll start working on that because I don't think I'm going to invest the time into learning all of that myself. So I'm going to, instead of trying to be the person selling the stuff, because that's kind of what I wanted from this game. I'm going to be the person looking to buy it. So we'll see if I can kind of get my fishing and sailing trade going and work from there. So this is the settlement that's kind of at the mouth of the river, because my base was kind of just up this way and is inset, and I can't do it any closer to the water because there's another territory, whether it's the cave that's nearby or something like this. So now I'm kind of closed in. So instead of fighting against that and trying to set up my own base, I think I'm just going to... I might actually see if I can pull down the totem just so I can keep the option of making a base later. But I think I'm just going to embrace the nomadic side of the game and go from there. Actually, one thing I do want to check while I'm near the traders, I want to see how much it'll cost me to get crossbow training with Rampart, because I do have a crossbow that I've made, so I want to see how much it'll cost. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Trade. Brother. We're just not allowed to talk to you, my dude? Why? Why, my guy? No? Okay. We just cannot for whatever reason. Cool. Alright. Fair enough. Why? I don't know why. Okay. Well. We'll just leave it at that and keep on keeping on. There are a few sounds. Boat! It's a raft, but I've got a long way to go. I need to get to level 20 sailing experience before I can use a skiff, which is like a little small boat. But I have the monies. I have the materials. I just have to get the deed of the ability to use it, essentially. So, ooh, am I going slower because I'm in deeper water? Let's get close to the shore. So essentially I'm just exploring and increasing the sailing skill. Yeah, I'm good, dude. I'm good. I've done like some medium level of cleaning. Bit harder without a skip. Naturally, I was like, oh, they haven't brought the skip, so I'll just add more stuff to it, and then walked outside and the skip was gone. I was like, cool, guys. Thanks. So I've got like a box full of like random junk. So, and then I've also got to like hit the area behind me because I've got the screens there. I'm going to take those down, kind of go through the shelves because the LED lights that are on the shelves are broken. Yeah, they took it away Friday evening, like between 6 and 7. So like they just rocked up because like I went out to get something out of my car and saw Kirsten's car was in the garage and I was like, oh, I guess they took the skip. And I was like, you didn't tell me the skip was gone. She's like, I thought you knew. I'm like, I did not even hear them. So they got rid of it. That's good. Because I would have hated to have Kirsten constantly parking out in the street. But naturally, it was the moment I was like, okay, I'm just going to keep using it. And that's when they were like, we're taking the skip. They didn't even tell me. They didn't even contact me and say sorry. They didn't reply to my email or my phone call because I left voice messages with a couple of people. They just rocked up and did it. They were probably like, oh, this guy's really annoying. So I'm like, ugh. And then I got an email going, hey, do you want to give us like a rating on Google? And I'm like, oh, man. I kind of do. Just to be like, not go full Karen, but go a little bit Karen-y and be like, they picked it up like a day late and didn't even tell me. So I don't know. We'll see. So now I'm just sailing. I don't know if you were here for it, but I was just talking about how the requirements to build out a settlement are so time consuming. I was like, this is where you need like multiple people. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go towards like sailing and fishing, which means some things like tier 3 rods and stuff, I'm going to have to buy from people. So at the moment, I'm just exploring because the more I sail, the more my skill goes up, because the other way you level skills up, or those particular skills at least, is by giving these guys stuff, and I've given these guys stuff. So I've got another 2 hours until the next task refresh. So I'm like, all right, I think that's the skiff. No, there might be the one. And I'm currently like, my settlement is pinched between two, not empires, but like large territories. So I'm just like, okay, I can't really build out anymore. So I'm just accepting my fate. But that being said, like in the next couple of days, I assume 5.2.1 is going to come out, and I'm pretty keen for that. So we'll see how that goes. 0.47. I'm almost 0.5% of the map explored. I sailed so far south while looking for fish. I got to this line here, and then it was like, do you want to go to the next region? So like to travel to the next server region. I was like, dang, okay, that's cool. Level 18 for sailing. Heck yeah. So at the moment, I'm just navigating the coast. Yo, what tier is this? Is this tier 3? I think this is tier 3. Okay. Can I see what the shrubs for this area look like? Because that was one thing. Whoa. Oh, is this swamp territory? Oh, is tier 3 swamp? Mail service. I think you need those. You need their fur for something. I can't remember what it is. Okay. Well, cool. Keep on keeping on. Entering claimed area. Supposing I'm missing so much context. Oh, people in the chat are going off again. They're being weird. Maybe it's tier 4? Maybe the swamps are like tier 4. I would really like an auto sail key. You know, like auto move where you just keep moving forward. That'd make my life easier. The municipality, jeez Louise, municipality of Dima. I know what Dima stands for. But they're one area that's kind of encroaching on my territory. Well, not encroaching, but like they've pushed me, or at least they've taken a large area that covers half of my settlement. So good times. Good times. How are you, Darkus? How you been? Do you miss these bad boys yet? Hey? Oh, I just sailed into a column almost. Hey, can you go this way? Thank you. Brother! He's very confused. Very confused. Big confusion for the little raft, eh? I almost put my left hand on the keyboard to use WASD. Yeah, this is kind of like my chill, almost AFK level game while I'm not playing anything else. Islandish. Terratoad. Oh, this is one of the things I see people in chat talking about that I had no idea what it was. Guessing it's like the next level of boss or something. Or not boss, but like a creature that you attack and collect things from. Wait, is this an armored dude? If I see crabs, I need to get those because there's like chitin and stuff for the fighting dude. Oh, they spit poison at you. Yo. Not good. That's rude. They spit poison at me, bro. Literally toxic. Yeah, Irelandish. Someone ethereally asked me if I'm going to be playing it for a lot longer and if he should grab it to play, and I was like, honestly, dude, no. Great game, don't get me wrong, but I don't think I'm going to main it. I'm just really enjoying to kind of chilling in the meantime. But yeah, once the new update for Star Citizen comes through, assuming it isn't absolutely cooked, if it's less than 50% cooked, I'll probably play it. Crabs are in the desert or the rocky garden. All right, thanks, Grandmaster. I have not explored a great deal, and now that I've kind of accepted that I'm not going to be a settlement master. Oi. Well, thank you. Keep forgetting to change the audio on that. I also need to like, I'm going to do like a stream setup overhaul in the sense of like my OBS, because I need to install that SSD in my PC and reinstall Windows and all that jazz. So I'm leaving it till that moment, you know. Thank you for the follow. You don't need other games to get addicted to? Fair, fair. I don't know. Oh, I mean, for some people, I think this would be the game that people get addicted to. It's definitely cool if you got a lot of friends that like building stuff and you're not super huge on PvP, because there's that collaborative level. If you're a solo, I think you probably hit a wall, kind of like I have, where it's still fun enough where it feels addictive, where you're like, you find yourself opening the game up even though you thought you weren't going to, you know? But that's about the extent of it, really. Alright, so if I encounter desert or what was the other area you called it? Rocky Garden. Is this a rocky garden? Looks like swampies. Yeah, I mean, I'm much the same. I'm trying my best to play games that don't require people at all, just because everyone's doing their own thing now. And not everyone kind of puts in the same amount of time and effort in the space of time that I do, if that makes sense. So the more games that I find that I can play solo without having to rely on others, I think it's just better for me for gaming. This must be swamp because it is slow. Oh, I'm super close to that too. Okay. That's kind of cool. I should probably get a little bit further away from the edge though, just because, you know, toads and whatnot. 170 hours since early access launch, ADHD brain go brr. What am I up to? I don't think I'm at that, but I'm close. 122. Okay, so not too bad. Not too shabby. Go slow in the shallow water. I think it needs to be like in medium water, right? Because I know it goes slower in the ocean. Ah, it doesn't matter. I just wish there was an auto run key, you know? Where I could just like, because I know they say they're working on the WASD, but I'd like to just go, here's a key that just goes, go forward. So I can sail across oceans, you know? Or, you know, if there, I wouldn't be against if there was wind. You know? So some areas you sail slower because the wind. I know it's probably not in their model because they've got the whole point and click for movement, but it would be nice in that sense, right? Like in Last Oasis, that was kind of the exciting thing. Once you got to a certain level of walker, you could have the automatic run. So you just kind of click it to run, and you could like quickly check on your crafting things that were on the vehicle. Oh man, I miss when Last Oasis was fun. Did you go back to the world room satisfactory? Brimworld is a new DLC coming. Have otters now and flamingos. Oh, true. I never played it, but I think the artwork style turned me off of it. Like, this is about as low poly as I'll go, I think. Although I don't hate... Dude, I love the clouds in this game, though. The clouds look sick. I love it. It's very Wind Waker. Wind Waker? Wind Waker for me. Personally. That's just me, though. That's just me. Oh! It's... Let's get out to deeper water. What the frick? Bruh? I don't know if I've got the chops. It is a nice skybox. I don't know if I've got the chops to fight this dude. I don't think I do. I don't think he's mentioned. Hardened shell, no. Okay. Yeah, I'm wearing my leathers, so we're gonna scoot around that dude. I don't hate top-down 2D graphics, but yeah, anything that that's pixel or borders on pixel, I become irrationally angry at it after a time. Like my go-to story is basically like, why can't I remember the name of it? I've got the cheap knockoff version of it in my head. Stardew Valley, sorry. Stardew Valley, loved the gameplay, played it for like 10, 12 hours and was getting angrier and angrier and I couldn't figure out why. I was like, oh, it's pixel art. Pixel art makes me angry and I don't know why, it just does. So anything that's kind of close to that, I tend to avoid because I know how it's going to end up. Alpha Jackal and Terratoad. I do wish these guys would fight, that'd be sick. I enjoyed playing the games where you see those things fight and you're like, hey, hey, nice. Bing, bing. How are we doing for the map? Oh, it's such a... Yeah. It's going to be some slow exploration, kids. Excuse me. Swallowed my saliva. Sometimes pixel art looks super cool, but it does wear on me, you know? I think the young fella plays RimWorld or has in amongst all of the mini games. He's now hooked on Dead by Daylight. I think a lot of kids his age are now into it because of the, someone pointed out the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. Playing as the robot bear thing, whatever it is. I jumped in last night to play 2 matches, and I only played 1 because I got absolutely slapped and they were bullying me. And I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. It does. Yeah, Shirley was saying because it's FNAF. Which makes sense. Kids have always loved that. Right? All the ones that are teens now grew up with that. At least sailing doesn't require stamina. That's something. But I will eat food just for the sake of eating the food. Because I know your stomach level there. Just for the sake of eating the food, you know? I still don't know what tier 3 fiber looks like. I feel I've been stuck in the mood with the game of fishing game knowing when to do next, but was it just something? I mean, I'm always burning out in games. It's just the nature of what I'm like now. And single player story games, I just cannot get into them. I think I've played so many kind of like open world multiplayer-ish games that I just can't do it anymore. You know? Is this a... No. What's this? Pine tree. Okay, so it's just like different materials, but still a... In the jungle of the desert. Ah! Is this jungle or is it pine forest? I've spent so long in my tier 2 area, I just don't know like what the biomes are like. I guess I'll learn with the exploration, right? Hey, this is Ratopia. They just put out a call not too long ago saying that they need members. So that's kind of cool. Actually, let's see if they've got a shop here and see if they're selling some stuff. This is a coniferous forest? Okay. Is that a... Do the areas have like tiers, or after tier 2 they kind of start spreading out kind of thing? I suppose I should... Don't you have to like be near the teleporters to like remember the teleporters or something? I can't remember. Just gonna park my raft real quick. They start spreading out. Okay, so multiple different areas kind of have things. Jarden Shores. Searching for waystones. I don't know if I actually need to kind of interact with it, but I did just in case. Got some elevators going on. Very cute. Do they have a market here? No. Looks for the most part like they've just got the locations. Fair enough. All right. Oh, let's see if this rampart works for me. It does. So... The crossbow training, level 30 Slayer. Okay, so I'm still ages away from that. Okay, cool. I guess at some point in my travels, I can just like really focus on fighting jackals, I guess. I think I'm at like level 13 or something like that. We'll just sail, kids. We'll just sail. Jarden Shores. Very cool they've named it that, because it's obviously on the shore. Very cool. Just sailing along on my little raft. Bio has tier 3 ore, stone, trees, clay, animals, berries. Okay. Right. So it really encourages the travel or trade, I guess. Makes sense. That makes sense. I guess that's going to be the benefit of having like a larger ship too. I can kind of go to these areas and collect some resources. Right? How's that map looking? What do we got? Okay. Hey, I'm at 0.5% of the map. Custard squares? Coffee cake? You are living the dream, my sir. Living the dream, mate. Look at this big old bear wolf thingy. Get you going, doggo. Get you going. A little bit faster out to the deeper water. There we go. Custard squares are def top tier. I am at the 7th day of no snacks. Like no candy, no ice cream, no cookies. Still had like Doritos because, you know, I can't completely stop eating junk food. But because I fell off the wagon hard for a bit there, guys. I was eating bags of candy again every day. So I gotta stay strong and not do that. Flatman's girlfriend is a baker and owns a bakery. Jeez Louise. You're gonna have to put so many steps in to not gain a lot of weight if that's the situation. Because I would get chonkers. It's, look, I've done it before. So I shall see how we go. I feel like the first 2 weeks is always the hardest, right? And once you kind of get to the 2-week mark, you just stop wanting it as much. And it always helps when you've got a new obsession. So, to give you guys context, because there's so much going on in the game while I'm sailing. So I've recently, for the last like 2 months, 2-3 months, been obsessed with like the new Nothing phones coming out. I was very keen, waiting for their, whatever their live event's called. At 3 AM, I might add, and the leaks they had with this god-awful ugly phone weren't fake AI renders, they were real, so it's terrible. So I'm no longer obsessed with the Nothing phone. I'm very sad, and for a brief moment, I was kind of looking at the lower tier phones because I wanted the Glyph. And because I've been looking at so much stuff in terms of leaks and all that, YouTube was just feeding me phone recommendations. So now I've become obsessed with flip foldables, even though I worked in Samsung for 1.5 years. And saw how many flip foldables came back faulty. Now I'm obsessed with that. You're 55K at the start of this year. I've been there for the past few years prior. Fair. I wasn't quite that light, but I did get to the point where I was quite skinny, and my girlfriend said I looked like a Funko Pop. So that was the reasoning I gave myself to why I was eating candy. But the real reason is I've got a sweet tooth because I'm a piggy. But you know. We'll put the two together. So now I just got to maintain the not eating candy and try to work out a bit more. I get my steps in through work, right? But that's just like good for dropping weight in general. But I do need to try to put on some muscle mass. Bro, caffeine and energy drink, caffeine and like candy are my only like physical chemical vices. Gaming, obviously, you know, the blue lights. I'm obsessed with that. But in terms of like chemical vices, that's it. Hey, Brian. It's in early access at the moment. It's a PvE MMO settlement life game, I guess. I've had people in the game chat say it's a lot like old school RuneScape, but I've never played that, so I couldn't say. But that's kind of where we're at with it, Brian. So, it's keeping me properly interested while I wait for either Star Citizen to sort itself out or something else to come along. I don't think it'll be a forever game for me, but it's fun enough that I put hours into it, if that makes sense. So yeah. But it's all one world mixed up of all the servers. Hey, Villager. How you doing, man? Sorry, Villager, you got lost in amongst all the talk of sweets, custard tarts and whatnot. So I've gotten to the point where like my settlement is very small, and because it's just me playing, I can only get so much done. So I've accepted that I don't want to be a settlement owner, and now I'm just kind of sailing to get my sailing skill up because I need to get to level 20 to be able to get to the next level boat. But I'm just going to be a traveling sailing merchant, really. No, you didn't mention that Irelandish, or if you did, I forgot it because I'm a terrible person, but congratulations. Oh, bit of desync going on there, I guess. Am I crossing a server line? I don't think I am. The servers are still having a bit of weird issues. But congratulations, I hope you stick to it. That's one of the worst ones to have. Yeah. Well, I mean, I spend a lot of time at the counter of Woolworths and Coles as part of my job. And so seeing the prices of cigarettes, I'm like, damn, it's become a very expensive vice. So I'm glad for you. Hopefully it saves you a fair bit of money. Still in the swamp biome on a coniferous. Yeah, man. It's bad. Messes you up. Stay strong, dude. Be nice if we could kind of like change the sail a wee bit, you know, You're stuck with no game? Nothing sounds good being looking at reviews and videos. Yeah. We do seem to be in one of those droughts. Like, there's a lot of games that people recommend, Brian. Like someone was talking about Expedition 33 and I was interested in that, but I don't know, like single player story games, as cool as they are, just don't grab me anymore. And so I've like in the past 6 months, I've just bought games, right? Just buying games. I even bought COD last year. Like that's how down bad I was with games. I was just like, yeah, cool, man, whatever. So I know what you mean. Guy always loves smoking, 70 Celsius, only stopped because of the price and piece. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Like I saw the changes they've done. Because like a few months ago, I was like, the news is talking about like all these illegal cigarette trade and all that. And I was like, what? Why do they need illegal cigarette trade? And then seeing the price, I'm like, oh, I get it. Okay. They're getting like wildly expensive. So like all this kind of black market cigarette stuff. So yeah. I got you. In case you couldn't tell, Brian, I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube. So hence the 2 sets of chat. And Brian is on the YouTube. You guys can see that down the bottom. Don't ban me, Twitch. Don't ban me, Twitch. I'd be so sad if you banned me. I mean, that'll happen, Islandish, right? Like any sort of, like I get that, the smacks for candy. Obviously not, you know, like for like, but I get what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Especially if you work with people or around people who also smoke. Bro, they banned, well, they didn't like permaban, but they like suspended Nutty, bro. The guy who built this widget that I'm using for the chat. Twitch, look, honestly, if I got banned by Twitch, I wouldn't be sad. I think deep down, I've always been looking for an excuse to just not stream on Twitch. Not that I hate you guys on Twitch, right? But my stuff's on YouTube, right? That's where the majority of my stuff is. And sometimes it just feels like a lot of work to do both. You know what I mean? I can barely focus on the game and chat. Having 2 chats. Gotta keep up on it. Pay attention. All that jazz, you know? I got the attention span of a falling brick, guys. It's bad. And also the ads, bro. Like I can run the YouTube stream demonetized. So I don't have ads irritating people. That's not an option on Twitch. It's not an option at all. They're like, no. If you're monetized, motherfucker, you're getting ads. And you're like, come on, bro. That ain't cool. And they're like, yeah, but we're Twitch. Give monies. Give ad. You know? You know? This will be interesting.
Welcome, gamers, to the exhilarating world of BitCraft. The point and click. High octane. Blood pumping. Adrenaline inducing. Early access adventure. Build your materials. Collect your social interactions. Chop down a toad. Fight a tree. Haul your boat. And sail your wagons. Anything is possible. With the Hexagon RuneScape single shard universe. And best of all, capes. BitCraft. This segment brought to you by Game Drought Industries. Keep them wanting more.
I don't have a cape. How you doing, Patch? What's cracking, dude? Yeah! Caffeine doesn't keep you awake. It just tricks your brain to thinking you're not tired. There you go. 20 odd 50 millicans of black V. Yeah, dude. I also drink far too much caffeine. I just realized that my camera, even though this camera's not plugged in, but we'll work on that later when I fix the stream area up. That was funny, Misbehave. That was a bit of comedy. A bit of comedy there, boss. How you doing, man? This is my late Wednesday stream. That was a closed off area? I just wanted to make sure that I hadn't like skipped out in an area. Oh. Gets real angry with how big the map is. Woo. Yowza. What are you playing these days, Patch? You still in the SC? I was going to jump into 4.2, and I'm like, no, I'll just wait till 4.2.1. Hopefully I don't miss out on the Foundation Festival stuff. Did you have a Monster Energy drink for the first time? Did you have a Monster? Surprised it wasn't fizzy? Oh, yeah, true. Caffeine doesn't do anything for me either. Most of a cup of coffee. Yeah, dude. I think at this point, it's just the addiction that keeps me hitting them. It's just the addiction. Takes up the adenosine receptors, but once it's done, there's only system builds up here once, hence the crash. Ah, there you go. A little bit, not doing a lot, real life stuff, fair. I mean, at least there's progress in real life stuff, right, Patch? The Star Citizen doesn't have progress at all. No progression. You know what I mean? I don't like coffee in general, so coffee flavored stuff is not my jam. Is it okay? Still like it? I mean, I don't hate it. I just haven't spent a lot of time with my Asgard. And then I did jump in very recently to fly the Asgard, and I was like, I'm glad that I've got this with the cash monies that don't have like an upgrade, so I can just melt it. Because I think I'll probably melt the Asgard. Not that I hate it. Like, I've got the Zeus in an unmeltable position, right? So I've always got the Zeus, but I'm glad I didn't upgrade the Zeus to the Asgard. So I'm like, if something crazy comes out that I want to test, I can still kind of like drop the 3 undy. Energy mints. Damn, we go to the energy mints? What? What is that? Ah, I couldn't relate. Couldn't relate, misbehave. I am so neurotypical, it hurts. Soz, bruh. Soz. This is such a slow grind of leveling. At least it's... One thing I have noticed that is cool, but sometimes I don't like it, right? Is depending on the camera's proximity to certain kind of elements of nature, I guess, you get that audio. So like I get real close to the water and the raft and I get like the creaking, you know. But if I go further up and then angle the camera, you'll get if there's wind. So if there's wind up here, you'll hear the wind up here, but you won't hear the noise down there. It's a cool feature, but sometimes you'll trim my beard right down to the center only. Oh, right down the center only. As in give me like super mutton chops, is that what you mean? Like just a line. So it's just 2 big mutton chops. It's something to look into, only speak from experience having both. Oh. Oh. Hand in hand with autism. This is a cool view. Hopefully I don't get attacked by toads without realizing. Mutton Chops of Oz. How you doing, Oz veteran? This is called BitCraft. It's in early access. It's kind of like... I've been told it's kind of like RuneScape. But I haven't played that, so I can't say if that's true or not. But essentially, it's a PvE MMO settlement builder, crafter, survival kind of thing. Survival's not like huge emphasis, mostly just making sure you eat food, otherwise you die. But yeah, huge on crafting, you know, tiers of progression skills, that kind of stuff. There's still some stuff that hasn't been fixed, finalized, fleshed out, if that makes sense. But it's one of those things that I'm kind of enjoying because I can kind of just do stuff at my own pace, if that makes sense. It's like semi AFK, like some crafting things don't need input. So you can kind of go, oh, start crafting this thing at this bench. And the bench, you'll just kind of stand at the bench and he'll be like hitting his hammer and you can walk away for 5 minutes as long as you have enough stamina. That makes sense. Yeah. So at the moment, I'm just trying to get my sailing skill up because I need to be level 20 to be able to get the next level of boat. And it's a slow grind. There are like traders you can kind of give things to, right? So the boat related guy, I've already done the stuff. I got another hour and 20 till I can do his tasks. And even then I'm at a level now where it would only get me so much experience. So I still got to sail a whole bunch. Exactly what I've said, Grandmaster. Yeah. I'm like, when I play Star Citizen, I do like combat stuff. I ignore chat 'cause I'm so bad at combat I have to focus. So I'm enjoying that I can chat with chat. So yeah. It's kind of nice and chill. Also, like when you're not streaming or anything like that, I was able to like rock out a whole season of an anime on Netflix just by kind of doing this and watching that. So that's cool. Beer with mutton chops would be interesting. Old Victorian style, maybe. I don't think I'd ever do it though. I don't see myself ever really like shaving. I do need to trim my beard though. I will say that much, but not quite so extreme as you want to. You monster. You monster. But yeah, at least for this gameplay loop, a travel forward key would be sick. It would be sick. Just put a complaint on a YouTube video with Star Citizen ship bombing people with the American anthem and highlighting it's 4th of July. Oh. Okay. No, Darkest. No hashtag shave it off. I would have chops if I could grow them. Fair. Suits some people. I don't think it'd suit me. No, misbehave. That is a big no. Denied. Denied, buddy. Some people don't get the chops for the chops. Or some people who don't got the chops for the chops. I understand. Guess that's me. I guess that's me, misbehave. I don't. I don't look great missing facial hair. Go for the Viking beard. Nah, once it gets to a certain length, it gets real scraggly. Oz. So I've tried and it's just not for me, unfortunately. Once I trim it down a bit, if I trim like an inch off, I personally think it looks a lot better. I would love to be able to grow like a wildly long beard and not look like a person who lives under an overpass, but unfortunately it does give strong vibes for that. And it gets worse if I wear a baseball cap. If I have a long beard and a baseball cap, it looks like the kind of person that is not allowed near a school. So I tend to not go quite so long. Beard tried to get me to grow a Viking beard. I don't recall this, Darkest, but please elaborate on that. Beard the trucker? No. Creepy. Just real creepy. Almost past 2 lines. Mail service. That's because you didn't braid your long beard and carry a battle axe? Look, I mean, that's fair. I did not braid my beard. You go to the gym and get pump and wear a tank shirt may help your beard. I mean, that's probably true, honestly. I definitely don't exercise nearly enough. So that's probably... That has more likelihood of being the case than anything that Misbehave or Darkest have said. I remember how it came up. I think it was moaning, shaving somehow. Oh, okay. I feel like maybe you're remembering things that didn't happen, but I mean, sure, bro. Sure, bro. I guess. I mean, he's spread my beard. Your hair's interesting. Oh, yeah? What kind of braid? What kind of braid? Many years ago when I had hair on the top of my head and I was growing it out, I got like I think it was a French braid. I had a friend do a French braid like from the top in a very kind of Viking style when I went to, it was Supernova in Brisbane, I want to say, dressed as a Viking. It hurts the scalp, I gotta say. I don't think it's something that I could do all the time. Hurts the scalp. Damn, dude. Look how much sailing we're putting in with this tiny little raft. With this tiny little raft. This way. Raft is putting in the work. Thank goodness. That's why like a travel in this direction key would be so good. Are we there yet? We're not, Oz. I'm sorry. It's going to be a while. It's going to be a long time. I don't even know where I'm going at the moment. Do I go faster in here? I do. Is this swamp now technically? I didn't see the release date. I'm going to hold off on it, Darkest, because playing the first one when they released a very small chunk of it was the worst thing ever, because the game was so fun, and then we hit the end of content. So I'm probably going to wait till it's fully out. Got little katana hexes? Yeah, it's hex-based. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. This place is pretty cool, though. This place is pretty cool. It's like swamp fish? No, they're lake fish. Okay. Little lake fish. As long as it's not crocodiles. As long as she's not crocodiles or alligators, I think we'll be okay. Oh, I'm doing that thing where I loop back on myself because the map confused me. All right, let's go back out this way. Takes like 6 to 8 hours real-time sailing travel across the current world map. Honestly, I'm not going in a particular direction. I'm just sailing an area that I haven't done. I'm literally just trying to grind this thing up, honestly. The most tedious thing ever, sir. But I figured if I'm going to be spending hours very slowly sailing to grind that up, I might as well get some exploration done while we're at it, right? I think next time I see whether I get to do a full French braids, nice having the hair out of the face. True, true, true. Thanks for the lurk, Patch. Have fun doing real life stuff, my dude. Terratoad. Ooh, let's not get too close to that one. We've learned our lessons. Well, one would hope at least. I could probably cut due west now. We'll just cut due west. I guess we'll sail a little bit faster once we get to the deeper water, right? I assume. Or am I at max speed now? I wouldn't mind like a, you know, knots measurement or something like that, so I kind of get an idea of how fast I'm sailing. That'd be cool. I think that'd be cool personally. That's just me though. Sailing away. Okay, let's click on that. I don't know if it'll actually go that far, but while I'm sailing. Dragon's Throat settlement? I guess. I mean, assuming I even get that far, right? Dark Law Brotherhood? Okay. Okay, edgelords. Chill out, boys. Chill out, boys. Alright, so we're nowhere near, like, huge settlements that are at least pre-acknowledging themselves. So we'll just kind of cruise on this way. We'll just keep doing what we're doing, I guess. Eat another one of these plain roasted fishies. So anyway. So now that I'm kind of like hooked on the whole flip phone thing, I'm waiting until they announce the Flip 7 so I can see their little cheat sheet to get an idea of like what they've changed, because I'd need to have some sort of reassurance that they've changed enough from the 6 to be worth the money they'll ask for it, because they ask for so much money. And if not that, then I'm tempted by the Motorola. Major reason that I don't want to go Motorola though is that Samsung's like the only company that has repair centers in Melbourne. Everything else has to be sent to Sydney. I don't think Motorola has like licensed repair agents here in Melbourne. I know Pixel doesn't. Pixel has to be sent to Sydney. So I think Motorola might be the same. But yeah. I know the rep for Motorola because they used to work through like a Samsung adjacent company, but I don't know them well enough that I'd message them like, hey, about this phone. You know what I mean? Like I'm acquainted with them, but I wouldn't harass them about stuff. Yeah. This is an interesting... There's a whole gulf in here. Okay. Fudra's claim. Pia's claim. Okay. Let's go suss this out. Let's go suss out their claims, eh? Let's go see what's up. Oh. Have they intentionally built Or is that just happenstance? It's weird. Okay. Yeah. Well, after I left JB Hi-Fi, I had the same phone. And then, you know, naturally working at Samsung, I immediately was like, I want a new phone. So I kind of fell back into that old trap of wanting new tech. Is this area just fully locked off? Because I don't think I'd be able to... Interesting. Do you think they've done that intentionally, or if it's like just naturally like that? Surely they wouldn't have, right? That's such a weird thing. I wish I'd brought sticks to manually drop that. This feels so... This feels intentional, right? Like it's man-made. Is it just me? It's one of the quirks of the world generation. It just feels man-made. Probably not. But I might have to see if I can find landfall and find some sticks and see if I can just like drop it down. It is next to water. You cannot lower it below the water level. Oh, really? Okay. And I also can't... I don't think I can... I don't think I can, but I'm going to try. I don't think I can put my boat in the water there. Unless I can. Sick. No, he just doesn't want to let me. Rude. That was rude. That was pretty fucking rude. Sir. I want to explore this cool little location. Oh wait, you can deploy it while you're in the water? I didn't know you could do that. I thought you had to be on land while doing it. Well, I guess I'm just stupid. Wasted all this time. Well, there you go. I learned something new, chat. You can summon it while you're in the water. Very cool. Be cool if the next level of boat had like a little lantern on it that illuminated the area. Kind of like in Dredge, if anyone's played that or seen it. The little lights you can get. Very cool. Sailing along on my little log raft. I discovered new land, guys. Very cool. Didn't you forget it? Call it Beardopia. How far inland is that person's territory? Synepstra. Interesting. Okay. I was like fully like a, okay, he's crazy. The old Nokia silver one? Oh yeah, the 3210. Or 6200. I like smartphones. Like, I get the nostalgia of the old phones, but I'm definitely a smartphone kid. I love them. I love having a TV in my pocket, you know? I love having a pretty decent camera in my pocket. I'm all about the convenience that I get from it. I don't think I could ever go back to a dumb phone. No, sir. I've had it too good. I've had it too good with smartphones. I couldn't give that up. Hey, Waffles, how you doing? Oh, that's what the raid thing looks like from Twitch? That's weird. My other alerts weren't working. Free nerds! How you doing, Rare? What were you playing, my guy? Are you still in the verse, or are you playing something else? Because I'm waiting for 4.2.1 before I dip back in. Because I want that ugly Hurston armor. Got Call of the Wild for $5? Score! Just the base version, or were you like in a particular country? I think my friend bought me Call of the Wild, and I played it for a bit, but I just couldn't get into it, you know? Your maths teacher told you repeatedly when to carry a calculator in pocket and had to learn things? Darkest, stop using technology as an excuse for why you didn't learn anything, bro. Starter pack for 10, but it's on sale for $5 for the base? Yeah, fair. Score, dude. They're still bringing out content for that game too. You know? Leave me alone, Jackal. Leave me alone, bro. I'm just trying to live my life, okay? You douchebag. Leave me alone. No. 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 Chase me deer for 12 miles just for it to flip me up and keep running. Like the deer from Family Guy, where it like takes off its hooves and it's got hands. Yeah, I remember hunting those things and you're like, come on, man. And it was so hard for me to try to break the habit of trying to headshot everything. They're like, yeah, headshot doesn't always kill it. And you're like, what do you mean? What do you mean a headshot doesn't always kill it? They're like, yeah, shoot it through the chest. I'm like, okay. Shoot it through the chest and keeps running. I'm like, thanks, game. They were climbing trees. Mountain deers, bro. Speaking of mountain, look at these jackals just chilling on the rocks. These dirty bastards. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, chat. Call the Wild caught your attention for a few hours? I think so for me as well. I was in like some weird North American spot that had like a cool visitor center and stuff like that. Oh, and got a prostate exam from a pig? Damn. Were you even hunting the pig, or did you just got third partied? You just got third partied by a boar. And you were like, damn, this is just like playing Star Citizen. And he took my clothes in an armistice zone. The more I hear about stuff that's happening with like exploits and stuff in Star Citizen, the more I'm like, I don't think I want to go back. Soldier? Is that a bird called a soldier? I don't like that at all, man. Brother. Is that a bird? Or like a bug? Sail, little raft. Sail, little raft. Reminds me of early Tarkov. Yeah, dude. Well, people are getting like stuff taken from them in Armistice. People are just like stealing all their gear in elevators and stuff, apparently. You are now next to the Rocky Garden. Okay, okay. Oh, look, some rocks there. Okay, this is all... Oh. That's tier 2. What is that one? This thing's still chasing me, bro. Might be the tundra? I don't know, man. Either way, there's something called a soldier and it's chasing me. I don't like that at all. I don't like that one bit, chat. That's horrifying. That is horrifying. But what is harvest? Oh, yo, that looks like it might be tier 3 fiber, right? That bug thing still after me? No, okay. Okay, where is it? What is this thing, sir? Tier 3 flower. Okay. So it's aloe vera for the flower, okay. And then berries, maybe? Looks like it might be berries. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, sun's coming up. Hey. Check it out. Is there something above me trying to get at me? See the little red marker on the minimap above my head? If it's a bug that can fly and it like drops on me, bro, I'm cooked. I'd rather not get dropped in on. Like some sort of little Fortnite battle bus kid. What's that? Just rocks you can cut out. Okay. More flowers. So infused flour. Grind up. That can be grinded up, brother. Worth climbing the cliff. Take a look. It's a pretty cool landscape. I don't know if I wanna. I don't know if I wanna right now. I'm still doing my sailing and trying to get my rep up for that. Not rep, sorry. My experience. I wanna see what this is though. Berry bush? Okay. Infused stamina potion. That's kind of cool. Alright. Alright. Let's get back to my raft. Got to get my sailing skill. That's the priority at the moment. That's the priority. That's the priority, chat. That's what we're trying to work on. So we can get a little bit further out to get a little bit more speed going on. I wonder what level, you know? Like what depth? You know, like negative what? Or is it just because this counts as C that it's slow? It's probably the situation. That's probably where we're at with it. Okay. Well, we just keep on keeping on, you know? You just keep on keeping on. What do we got? 57 minutes. Okay. Still ages till tasks. Not that that's going to help me a great deal, but it's good to know. By the time I get there, I might have hit close to 19 though. I really want to get that skiff. Skiff? I think it's a skiff level 2. That tier 2 boat. I need it. I need it in my life. So I'm going to sail a little bit faster and carry more stuff, you know? Just be a little fisherman. I'm trying to remember. I know I was looking at something and then I saw like a drop down list of different outfits you'd get. Is it in achievements? Professions? Not a problem, Brett. Have a good one. Thank you for the raid again. Have a good sleep and I'll catch you on the flippity flop. Oh, a travel forward key would be so good. Oh, what is that mineable? Oh, oh. Well, I have to get that just so I know. Oh, look at that demon bird. It's that demon bird, chat. We're going to go out wide. I don't want him to get near me. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. Is it in the achievements? I know that there was clothes you'd see. Oh, here we go. Level 40 in carpentry. Okay. So what do I have? What skill am I close to level 40 in? Professions. Carpentry. Okay, maybe. Level 40 in forestry. But I feel like there's another element of forestry where it's like you need to cut down like a level 3 or tier 3 tree, and that's why I haven't got it yet. Right? So let's have a look. Forestry. So there's other stuff that I haven't unlocked yet. Right? See details. Acquire sturdy wood log. Aha! So that's what I need. I need level 3 trees. So I just need to take... I actually cut down some of these logs because it was the fallen trees. I just need to take it to like a tier 3... Wait, can you cut... Can you cut tier 3 wood at a tier 2? I don't think you can, right? Not a problem, Dark. Have a good sleep, dude. Might find a tier 3 table to cut the wood. Right? I assume. What else have I got close to it besides forestry? Smithing? Farming. Fishing. Fishing is one that I'm probably actually going to get there. Okay, that's one I should look into. Fishing. Not started. Acquire hunchback prawn. Achieve level 14 fishing. Acquire infused bait. Okay. Oh, I do not like the gear at all. It looks terrible. Yowza. Okay. Jeez Louise. What do we got? Is that a tier 3 tree? Can't even see my boat's inventory. Wish they'd fix that. Wish they'd fix it. I mean, like the hunting outfit. I've got such a long way to go for hunting, though. I don't think I've even hit 20, bro. Oh, no, I have 23. Let's have a look. Hunting. Monster Hunter. Not really my jam. Not really my jam. Mining. I like the mining one. Is there mercantile? No. Masonry, I'm so far off that. Masonry's not too bad. I want that masonry drip? Yeah, maybe. I like the ones that kind of give you like real Legend of Zelda vibes. What's the name of that little town that's off of like the Hyrule Fields in Ocarina of Time where they've got the windmill? What's that place called? That town where like all the craftsmen and stuff live there. You're all good, Varric. Mining outfit? Yeah, I like the mining outfit. Although I feel like because I've kind of accepted that I'm not gonna ever hit like a high settlement level because I play solo. So I'm like, I'll do sailing and fishing. I guess the forestry one's not the worst, right? It's not terrible. It's kind of okay. I don't know if it's really good for like a sailing. Does it do anything or is it just how it looks? It's just like a skin. Slowly grinding up my sailing level. So slowly. Infused flour. Berry. Okay. I don't need the food, but my dude's a little bit hungry, so I was like, why not? Why not? Casual recognition? Okay, sweet. Look at the level 60 masonry fit. Jeez Louise, okay. That's a million years away, but let's have a squiz. Level 60. Hey, that one's cool. That one's cool. What about carpentry? I don't hate the carpentry, but I also don't love it. Leatherworking. I'm so far away from leatherworking. That one's cool. I like the leatherworking one. Tailoring. What's tailoring look like? I don't hate the tailoring one. Don't hate it. Is there an annoying demon here? No. I don't want to mine though, just because it'll fill up the inventory of this. I don't have a lot of space at the moment. So we'll just keep sailing. Where are we at the moment? Cool. Okay. So I guess we're doing like a big... All right. Why not? Why not, chat? How exciting. I guess the upside is because it's like a not super dangerous unless there's like sea monsters. At least I won't get killed in the water, right? Or at least there's that upside. I'm just kind of sailing along. I wonder if anyone's designed a macro that just kind of like taps the key so far in front of them, right? Does this game have controller support? Can I trick it with a controller and just like hold down? Oh, I don't know. I've only just started sailing around the map, Varric, so Grandmaster Owl was letting me know. They said it's the planes or something. You have one that clicks a bunch of time per second for long trips across the water. Yeah. Well, hopefully they add something that's like, you know, long continual movement. Be nice. It would be nice. But I mean, what can you do, right? What can you do? But I don't know what tier it is technically, Varric. I don't know. Also, if I'm saying your name incorrectly, I apologize. Varan, or is it Vari NYC? That would be cool. That was something that I liked in Dune. I never really like monopolized it, but I did like that I could kind of write out maps and give them to my friends for areas that they hadn't been to. That was cool. And I think there'd definitely be a market for it. Region 6. Okay. I love the little waterfall areas. Man, I hope the skiff is like a little bit faster. Oh. I uncovered a new land. Woo. Exciting. Very exciting, chat. Hold on to your butts, guys. It's about to get wild. It's a little bit more than 3 times as fast. Yo, that's way better. I thought it was going to be like 50% faster. I'll take 3 times as fast. It feels wild. Okay, as long as it feels wild, that's all that matters, right? Speed boost on rivers? Heck yeah. I'm going to try to do some trading. Whether or not I get a lot done, but I guess I'll kind of... Hey, oh, can I see how fast this guy's going? It already looked faster. Oh, that's way cooler. Look at him go. That's probably the next level up, though. It's by like 2 tiers from me. But still. Clipper has a similar boost in oceans. Is that the Clipper or the Skiff? That looks like it's going to be a Clipper. That's Skiff? Hells yeah. Nice. That's what I'm working towards, chat. That's what I'm working towards. Slowly, slowly. Yodeling. It would be cool also if you were on your boat and fishing, if you still got a slight bump. Doesn't have to be wild, but a slight bump to sailing. That'd be cool. But I guess the concern there is then people could kind of utilize it just to sit on the water and walk away from their computer and they go, oh yeah, I bumped up my sailing skill. Maybe that's also why they don't want like an auto run. They're like, oh yeah, people just sail across the ocean and get experience bumps. Be cool though, wouldn't it? It would be cool. Any markers for people's settlements? Windborne Trading Collective. Yo, I love the name of it. I love that it's called Windborne Trading Collective. Be a cool little... Kind of auto run by clicking on the map? Yeah. You could. But it's not as fun, you know? They say they're getting the WASD set up. Actually, I don't know if... Do they have the WASD set up already? Actually, I wonder if... I don't think they do. I think they said they're going to do it in a patch, but they haven't done it yet. Keybinds. Movement. Let's see if that worked. Nah, it's the camera. Dang it, Bobby. Okay. Set control scheme is the button you're looking for. Oh, experimental. Okay. You know what? It's not perfect, but it'll do for now, right? It'll do for now. I mean, eventually I'll get carpal tunnel, but I feel like it's better than clicking at the moment, so I'll take it. How you doing, John? Is this where the... Well, I guess the downside is... Well, I kind of click that while we're doing that. Problem is, I think I've gotten so used to the click that I don't know if I like... I don't know if I like it. Oh! And that's the worst part too. I can't just hold it down to move in that direction because it'll turn my camera. I don't like it. I appreciate you letting me know, but yeah, no, it's not what I want. But, you know, maybe they'll add something someday. Maybe they'll add something someday. But I think this is the way up into the trading hub. Windborne Trading Collective. There we go. Yeah. I've just kind of gotten too used to the AFK side of it, I guess. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. What can you do? If that's your biggest complaint about the game, not a terrible game then, right? Not a terrible game. Is that submerged? I think it is. Wait, is that closed off? I don't think it is. But it looks like it might be. Oh, it's a waterfall? Brother. Why would you... Wait, can you sail up a... Wait. Can you sail up a... Bro. If it's like a... Oh no, it's technically upstream, so you can sail upstream. I'll be so mad. I think you can. What am I, a salmon? Ridiculous. I mean, convenient, but ridiculous. Ridiculous. Absolutely outrageous, chat. Absolutely outrageous. Thank goodness, though. It's very sad. I was like, bro, I can't get to your trading hub. Gonna be a place that's not quite there yet. Ooh, are any of these harvestable or are they all too high a level? Male scrofa. Does this place have a market? Or have you just called your empire a trade empire? Brother. Brother man. It's all tier 2 stuff too, isn't it? Disappointing. Disappointing. It seems to be it is an aspirational name, which fair. right? Like, props to you for having dreams. However, bit misleading. Bit misleading. Salmon of Oz. Tiny salmon swimming in a stream. Tiny salmon chasing that impossible dream. I can't sing anymore, otherwise Tom Green will DMCA me. Sorry. But it's the salmon song, if anyone didn't know. Okay? Salmon song. Look it up. From Road Trip. Great song. Great song. Mm-hmm. Gotta have dreams, I guess. We're over halfway of the 18, boys. Would you like some sausage? Unleash the fury, Mitch. Unleash the fury. So slow on the rocks here. You would think, one might think, that the raft, right, would be faster in real shallow water. I mean, maybe if I had, like, a pole, but still, you know. Just saying. I'm just saying, chat. Also, like, the not wanting to run a settlement is like, I need to get supplies there. I'm like, oh, it sounds like so much work, bro. It sounds like a lot of work. Look at these demon bird things. What even are you? What even are you? Monsters? Get out of here. No one likes you. Hey, thanks for the follow, Grandmaster. Appreciate you, bro. Welcome to the Beardlings. Just casually sailing on my little wooden raft. Took me so long to realize it said 1 or 2 passengers. Like, oh, I can have a passenger. Still not deep enough, I guess. How we look on the map? Wouldn't have changed much. We did kind of open up that area, which is cool. Claimed area 027ME. Okay. Seems a bit peculiar. What are these things? Ah. A little bit of distance, we got demon birds there. Goddamn demon birds. Let's sail a little bit further out this way. Stay up there. No one likes you, demon bird. What are you, bro? Are you a bat? Like a bat and a parrot? Are you a Barrett? Oh, he's coming this way. The tier 7 ore? Oh, okay. Got tier 7s mixed in with what I assume is tier 3. Interesting. Interesting. Oh. Kind of looks like the Stravidium from Dune. Demon bear thingies. Scroffer. Aloe vera. Oh. Tier 5 lakefish. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Alright, 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 alright. Trees. So I guess there's tier 3, but they're upright as opposed to fallen trees, whereas, you know, the tier 2 areas, you find tier 3 trees that are fallen, or at least tier 3 wood from fallen trees, I guess. I assume. Who's that? Bro, the day they add like hostile water creatures, I'm done. I'm cooked. I'm like, oh dear. They got me, boys. Unless they give me cannons, then maybe I'll be okay. Maybe I'll be okay. Also, these are very basic. These common tier 2 axes that I was going to sell at like some hub. I imagine I won't get very much for them, but I figured maybe I'll eventually make it to Waldcross and sell it there. Sea of BitCraft, a little bit. A little bit. One day I'm going to visit the Gulf of BitCraft. United States of BitCraft. What are these ones? Tier 5 shrubs or something. Okay. Well, that's something. Guess it also depends, like, if I go there, if other people are also selling it, try to price it aggressively. I'm not trying to make millions on it. I just figured I'd sell it for the sake of selling it, you know? I was like, oh, I'll make some stuff to sell just to get my whole traveling trader thing going, you know? But maybe I can literally just have it as I go get some materials from like higher tier areas and take them back to sell it, you know? With a larger vehicle like the skiff. Just start hitting these higher tier areas, getting the base material, swinging back, going, there you go. Start building stuff. The others you give it like you get 50 each. Yeah. I'm okay with that. Guess it also depends on like if there's other stuff there. Because if you get to an area where there's a lot of new people playing and they've got money and they're like, yeah, cool, you might be able to get a couple of hundred for it. I guess it again depends on like what other people are selling, you know? Just depends on if there's a market of newer players or not. Okay. Is there a stream that goes through there? I mean, I could go across land, assuming it's not like a wall, you know, a cliff face. Probably will be, given the terrain. But we'll see. We'll see. You never know. You never know what you find. Like Daryl Summers always said, you never know if you never go, right? You gotta explore, gotta find out. Gotta take that leap. Otherwise, it'll all just be what ifs. What if? You know? What if? Oh, look at this dude in his fast boat. So jealous. Look at him. He's like, bzz, must be fishing. Maybe he's part of the trade alliance, whatever it's called. Oh well. Just being friendly. Just being friendly, man. Oof. 30 minutes. Still got ages. And even then, it's only like 3k. Assuming that I have all the materials I need to give to them, you know? Ooh. So fancy. So fancy, chat. New land. Do I have a cool new title I can chuck on instead of, you know, like basic blacksmith at the moment? No, it is. Wait, is it? You closet? Aha. Yeah, we're apprentice fisher. Yeah. These headphones are having even more issues. Getting like a high-pitched whine. Not high-pitched whine, like a staticky sound. Oh no, wait, it's just my ears. Okay. You know when you get like that weird kind of hissing sound? It's probably just like pressure in my head or something. Okay. Just had to make sure it wasn't the headphones. It's just my brain. Just my brain making sounds. Weird. Wonder what causes that. Being insane. Alright, we need to go close to the land. We need to... Or did I just get that one? I did. Okay, beautiful. Just want to make sure that I get the edge of the map so I kind of like see some stuff, right? Architecture be a profession? Well, that's construction, really. I know in the real world not the same thing, but in this game it is. Because also, you have very limited control over what things look like. It's just more like the positioning of the locations, but not the actual building look. Hey, thanks for the follow, Varric. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, boss. So what did Beard do on stream? Just slowly sailed. Slowly sailed for hours. Just forever and ever and ever. An endless wash of blue. At least the clouds look nice, right? Very anime-esque. Maybe I'm watching too much anime lately. But still, I dig it. I really like the art style of the clouds. Looks nice. The water's cool too. The water's alright. It's no Sea of Thieves. But I mean, I think Sea of Thieves with its water appearance has set a very high bar. You know? Not everyone's going to be able to pull that off. They could try. Wish they'd try. Oh, waterfall. Don't go chasing them. Is that an inlet? This is the inlet I was thinking about. I'm tempted to check that. But then if I do that, if I check that, I won't be able to check this. So I think I'm going to keep doing this one. Because I want to check out Waka's claim. Wuka. Miyako Ochi. Okay. Suss it out. And I think when I make landfall there, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. The caffeine's catching up on me, chat. Oh, this looks beautiful. Look at that. That wigs me out, though. Very Minecraft-esque with the level of water there, right? Throws me. Throws me, man. No real water physics. What are these ones? No. I guess it doesn't count as a river, right? So that's why it's slow. Because it's always like the beach or the ocean. I guess it all just counts as one part of the ocean. That's why it's so slow. Oh well. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Very beach audio too. Very quiet and calming, you know. I like this view. Looks nice. Peaceful. Almost like you're a seagull flying above, you know. I dig it. I dig it. Maybe this is where I should do it. I can just like click at the top of the screen, right? And just follow the coast. Once we cross over this line here, we'll get another tile. Show me potato salad. E. Okay. Going northwest now. Follow that coastline. Coastline. Follow that coastline. I can talk, chat. I swear. I know words real good. I know words so good. The best words, you know? The strongest words. The smartest words. Okay, I need to go in here. Okay. Change your camera angle. Is there a way in? Maybe. Ooh, that looks like it might be too steep, but you know what? You never know unless you try. The bigliest words. My words are so big, so powerful. I often get told, wow, big words, strong words. I think that's too tall. I think that's too tall. But I'm gonna check anyway. Because man, if that goes up, that'll be funny. Okay. Kind of relieved. Sad that I can't get up there. But also kind of relieved that I can't get up there. You know? I think that would have been too much for me to take. I would have been like, this is ridiculous. Guess I'm not visiting that person's town, huh? Oh well. Oh well. I feel all of that. The bigliest words. Yeah, boy. Alright, so failing that, I guess we might be able to make it to that. I feel like we're probably not going to be able to, given how internal it is. They've got stuff in there, though. Interesting choice of a location. Yeah, I bet. But I guess we'll head towards here. That's kind of what we'll work on. Bye, guys. I'm going to go for a look-see. What's the region below us numbered? No, no idea. No idea, Era. Have fun, though. Have fun. All right, seeing as I couldn't make it to that little spot, I'm going to very quickly run to the bathroom, guys. We're back in like 60 seconds. Behold, I have returned. Luckily, I didn't get murdered by any of those demon, bug, bat, parrot things, whatever they are. The soldiers. I don't like their names. I don't like their names, I don't trust them. That makes a lot of sense. Because we're region 6. Okay. Guess it makes sense. Okay. Where am I at the moment? Yeah. Mist Pine Grove. Attell's claim. Okay. I want to try them more. Check this place out. I've traveled a wee bit, kids. We started here. And then when, although I think by the time I started streaming, I was kind of like here-ish, here-ish, you know? Yeah. You're in Region 4, opposite side of the world? Damn. Well, hello, Region 4. What's it like over your side of the world? Is it chill? Is it cool? Is the chat unhinged? The chat, for the most part, seems pretty cool here. Sometimes there's some people saying some stuff, but luckily, like the auto, what's it called? Auto sensor, less crowded. Interesting. Is that one of the areas you have to move to? Because I heard there were 3 main starting areas, or does each region have 3 starting areas? Maybe that's what it is, right? That would make more sense. Less crowded. I wonder how I got randomized to that spot. I don't know. It's just where I is, I guess. Just where I is. Each region had 3? That tracks. That makes sense. Spray people out. Doodle 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 Can you tell that I'm going a little bit mad from the sailing? I got sea madness. It's the salt water. It's making me crazy. I don't need the food, but I'm still gonna eat it, you know? Just cause. Full of so many groups competing for territory? I bet. It's the closest thing to PvP they can get. So they're like, ah. It's the violence in them, right? They just want to fight each other, and that's all the game will let them do. Compete for territory. Get as many of those, I think it's the watchtowers, right? Get as many watchtowers as they can up. Dueling tournaments? Oh. I see. Public executions? What? You can do that? I didn't know there was any sort of player combat. That's loco, I say. That's loco. Man, my game really struggles once I open that map. It's like, no, don't do it. It's like, please, 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 please. No, 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 no. Stage consenting. Okay. So you can challenge people to combat in this game. I didn't know you could. Ooh. People getting all upgraded in their gear and fighting, I guess. Fair. It's probably gambling. The moment they set up casinos, that's when the game's in trouble. They can figure out casinos. Game over. Where's region 2? Top center, I guess, right? Or bottom center. Shift right click opens the drop down to trade, duel, or report a player. Oh! I had no idea. There you go. Shows how antisocial I am even in this super social game. There you go. I had no idea. Map simulator. Empire grid. Intriguing. Sailing away. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is the 7th. Getting closer and closer to the unpacked from Samsung. Also, a couple of days until the Amazon Prime Day sales. Some people on the webs were saying that sometimes Motorola does deals. So I'm like, Because at the moment I want a flip phone, but also like, I don't want to spend too much money, right? And my phone currently works, so it's literally just I want a new toy situation. So we'll see how we go. Who knows? By the time it's all out and said and done, I'll probably be over it and obsessed with something else. As is the nature of my obsessions. I'm just like, I'm bored of it now. I don't even care anymore. Oh, that was a weird screen flicker. I've uncovered new land, chat. Who'da thunk? Who'da thunk it? I wonder what percentage you have to get like the Explorers titles, right? 1%, I dare say at the very minimum, right? I guess once I get a hold of the Skiff. And then what's the one after it? The Clipper? So much work to get the Clipper though. That'll be like tier 3 stuff. 1% for first? Okay. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's slow, but we're getting there. It'll get better once I've got the Skiff, for sure. I'll probably spend a lot more time fishing as well. Male scrofer. Oh, I've only seen female scrofers up till now. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, the blue hue. Very cool. We're back in Swampland. I only just have 1.2. Oh, it's a huge map though, right? Huge. Do you know, Grandmaster, you seem to know a lot about different things in this game. What's that chime sound indicate? 12 minutes until task reset. Ah, maybe that's what it is. Okay. Okay. Tasks are lame? Tasks are not lame, bro. They are not lame. They're super cool. You don't even know, bro. You don't even know. Drac, you're a fool. Drac is either really new or has a lot of hours in the game. No in between. They've either done everything they want to do or they've done nothing, right? I didn't realize tasks were a thing I had to do until like the 3rd day I was playing, and I was like, wait a minute, I could have been doing this for ages. I felt so stupid. I was like, why was I not doing this sooner? Usually a threshold of XP, sometimes changing of XP avoid gaining, switching from professions. Oh. I have seen people in the chat talking about the trainer getting to tier 2 stuff, so I'm intrigued by that. I guess it's these ones here. Like I don't think I've hit 20 on anything these guys do. It's probably the closest one, honestly. Oh no, cooking. But they're still asking for tier 1 stuff. Maybe if you hit level 40 then. Taming I stopped on, so it's like I don't care. Slayer I'm doing rather well. I think I had a lot of jackal fur saved up. Funnily enough. That is why it sometimes triggers when you change directions, because it restarts every time you change speed. Oh. I'll probably get there just in time for the new tasks. And then it'll be a matter of deciding if I want to keep sailing, if I want to teleport home, right? Because Svim is the only traveler that I've got at my home base. Because it's like, yeah, I think this is going to be a thing that I focus on, sailing. Ironically, the last thing I put time into, people in my chat were like, you should do this, get a boat. I'm like, I don't care. And now I do care. Has it been playing the Alpha in the first 2 hours? Yeah. Sounds like. still enjoy it though? Or is it just kind of like a passive, you know, enjoyment of it as opposed to like an active obsession? Absolutely love it. Nice. It's nice when you have a game that does that. I don't think I currently have one. Star Citizen was like that for a while for me. And then I just did enough, and as all things do. Like, Star Citizen is the one game that I've played longer than anything else. I normally play something for 2 weeks and then just get bored of it. But for whatever reason, Star Citizen, probably because it's not a game, is what kind of kept me interested for a long time. And now I'm kind of just like, I wish I could again, but it's not there yet, you know? I think there's too many things that they've promised me that I wanted that aren't there. But, you know, the nature of the beast with early access games these days, right? Eight minutes. For the slower, less active pace, and you get past level 30 in most things. Enjoy being able to do things while playing a relaxed game. Yeah. Agreed. I left the automata heart for a bit too. And I was like, wait, that gives me like a stamina bump. So I need to put in effort to get the next level actually. To get the wires. Because yeah, a lot of things that I kind of left and got obsessed and started focusing on other things. But I think I'm going to start preparing to leave my settlement and let it burn down or whatever. And start finding a place to base out of. I guess if I can find a place that is tier 3 or tier 4 that has a nice kind of entrance. Like maybe Dragon's Throat, right? Although that might not be great. That's true. I haven't seen too much madness in this game, to be honest. Retopia is always asking for players. Retopia could be good, actually, with all the little island chains. Retopia might be the go. They keep saying they got tier 4 stuff. Maybe I'll go suss it out. Dragon's Throat, ruled by Charlie. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. All right. Ooh. Tier 3 stone. These guys found like a really nice tier 3 area. Cheeky devils. I feel like there's a batch of people that'll like have played since the early access that know about like these zones to go to. And so they're the first ones that move there. My Clover Vampire hit tier 5 yesterday, taking a pause in progression to gear up a bunch of people. Heck yeah. Mail service. Solar to tier 3, just building the last upgraded stations this evening. Ah. Gotcha. Yeah, I kind of got to a point where I was like looking at some of the tier 3 stuff, like the forestry station, I think. And I was like, oh, I still need tier 1 stuff. And I was like, dang it. I did not put a lot of effort into the tier 1 stuff. So I'd kind of like hindered myself. I was like, all right, I'll start looking into that. And then once something seems like too unapproachable, I go, okay, not 40 plus in most professions. Damn, Daniel. Why wouldn't they set this up in such a way that you could, I guess they can't change this though, right? But why wouldn't you, I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to. What do they got here? They got a bank, they got a teleporter. Some crafting things. Do they have a market, bro? Do they have a market? It just seems a shame to not make this like a really nice port. Surely you could drop this down or something. Right? Skips a larger craft? Yeah. Oh, maybe that's why then. Maybe that is why. Okay. That's not a great... Maybe they just can't, right? So maybe it's like a really good spot to build at, but it struggles with that. All right. What traders do they have here, though? Although maybe it's like really cool in there, right? All right. I'm gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna keep on keeping on. I didn't fall in love with it, so I'm not gonna stay. Just gonna keep on keeping on, you know? Keep on keeping on. And we're nearing the 2-hour mark anyway. I've tried to keep these BitCraft streams to the 2-hour mark just because it'll keep the VOD on YouTube as well, right? Not that there's a lot of people looking at it, but I think a lot of people just like to have it in the background. Certainly getting more after the fact views than like Star Citizen was, I guess. But I guess that's because like the audience for Star Citizen wants a particular type of content. So I'm gonna keep on selling for a little bit. And I think once I get to the point where it's the new traveler tasks, I'll probably just teleport back to base like a stingy boy. Right, okay. Interesting choice then. Interesting choice. I'm sure they had their reasons, or maybe it's just a matter of like that was the spot where they thought they were going to be able to do something. It could have been the same thing as me, where like I thought I was going to be able to do something and then laid down my claim after all my work for my codex, and then I was like, wait, I should have gone further. This is a terrible idea. Because like, unless you keep walking forever and ever, I think the boat exploration should be a thing you do before you put down a settlement, right? Just like sail the coast. Because the coast becomes a huge part of it where you're like, oh, I should do that. I can pick up my claim though, can't I? Like, I wouldn't be super upset about starting from scratch in that regard, you know? Ah, see, that's what you want. Who's this one? No, no. Trees. Ah, gotcha. Like the extra tiles and stuff. That makes sense. Fair. Again, though, like, I think I would literally move it just to have it as a home port. I don't think I'd even try to, like, build it up too massively. It'd be storage, right? I'd get there. It'd just be a bunch of things that I could store stuff in. And then whatever, crafting stations, I was like, I will build the basic things of this, you know? So, like, the fishery, like the fish processing stuff. Probably just do that, honestly. $3,000, 30,000 of 30,000. But what's this experience has a different number to this. What's that about? I guess the number's just like... That's weird. Okay. The one on the top right is total accumulated. Okay. Strange. Very strange. Oh well. Okay. peculiar. Oh, it just switched? That switched over. Okay. Cool, bro. That was weird. The timer wasn't even up yet. That's weird. Why does it do that? Wait, does that mean for... That's not right. Doesn't make sense, bro. Or did time really go that quickly and I was just dawdling? I've got that. I think I've got one of those. I think... No. I don't have one of those. I was trying to get that. Okay. That's good money too. 500. But I need red meat to make the chum for that. That's the problem. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to teleport home like cheeky boys. But I'm probably going to end the stream soon, guys. Just so you're aware. But he wants... I've got those two. Okay. Got one of those. Cool. And 20 of those. Cool. Sick. But I don't think I've got that. No, I need to like break these guys down for it. Cool. Nothing else. See, I need red meat, so I need to go kill a bunch of those birds. I did see a spot. But we'll scrap these down in the rare chance that I get one of those scales, but I don't think I will, honestly. Don't think I will. Oh, it's tier 2? That's dumb. Here we go. That one there. I was looking at the wrong one, like a big stupid. Like a big stupid, chat. Or I should probably... Actually, it doesn't matter. Won't be super slow. It won't be wildly slow, so I don't need to switch over to my cloth gear. But still. But still. Alright, chat. I'm gonna wrap the stream up there. Thank you so much to hanging out, guys. Thank you for the raid, Red Waffles. Appreciate you. Thank you for all the new follows. And thank you, Grandmaster Al, for telling me all the things that I don't know about this game, of which there is a lot. I appreciate all of you. I hope you guys all have an awesome night and week and remainder to your weekend and all that jazz. Have a good one, Varric. Thanks for hanging out, Misbehave. Thank you again, Grandmaster Al. Thank you to Rhett for dropping that raid. Thank you to John and Brian in the YouTube chat. If you guys aren't already, feel free to follow me on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube watching me there, feel free to follow me on the Twitch. Same name for all of it. So as always, be good to each other. Stay beardy. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, kids. Bye.